Hey, I'm Dr. Dave Harris, and I want to welcome you to this series of videos on video and television production. We're talking about video cameras, and specifically in this video talking about the connections that you'll find on the back of a camera, apart from the audio connections, which we talk about in another video. Here we have the typical back panel of a camera, and I want to alert you to a couple of different connections. First of all, we've got right here, this is an XLR connection, but it's a 4-pin XLR connection. That's going to be your power connection. It's going to have 4 pins on that XLR connector, and 2 of the pins are really the only ones being used, one bringing plus voltage and the other one bringing ground voltage to the camera. We've also, on this particular camera, got a power output. This is a 12-volt, 1.5 amp DC output where you can plug in things like what we have in this particular camera. We have an externally powered viewfinder that we use to allow our camera operators to see on a little bit larger screen, and it's powered by the power output on this particular camera. Ensure that you're not drawing more than what's recommended, like this one that is at 1.5 amps, and make sure it doesn't require anything other than 12 volts if that's the case, although that's pretty common in the industry to have those common outputs and requirements. I also want to let you know down here I've got a remote jack which allows us to plug in remote iris, white balance, painting controls, and that is what we use to do that from a distance on this particular camera. Next, we've got video inputs and outputs. On this one, I've got an SDI output. That's for HD SDI or SD SDI on this particular camera. I also have this component output underneath this sleeve right here, which gives us analog component output. And I've also got an old school implementation of 1394, or plain old fashioned firewire, if you remember those days, on this camera. And right down in here, I'm going to alert you to this is an LED light. It's a red light that is a tally light for when this camera is recording, or if you have it plugged into a CCU, it would give you also tally for when you're tallied and going live. Want to let you know, standard practice in the video industry is to use an Anton Bauer system. It's very, very typical. Anton Bauer is very, very common. And on this particular camera, we also have a D-tap, hard to see, but it's going to be up here along the top, which gives us the ability to power other external things like video transmitters or lights that can utilize that D-tap on this Anton Bauer connector. Lastly, this is at the very, if this were the handle of the camera right here, at the back of the handle, I have one additional tally that can be turned on and off. This would be the back tally, and you can turn that on and off so it either does or does not distract to your heart's delight. I want to let you know that this television production video is on a series of TV and video production videos. You can find more on our playlist and on our channel, and find lots of playlists on that channel as well. Subscribe for more videos, and please consider contributing to our Patreon page. And as always, I thank you for your support. I'm Dr. Dave Harris.